we're gonna test the mics because we never know if our mics are on or not. I'm feeling good they're on because we have the little green light. So
Mic check, mic check. Mine's too far away.
Is it? You think
Probably.
so? I don't know. So hey,
there we
Sunday.
go.
Working on it. He hit the live button.
I did.
Soon.
Premature. That happens sometimes.
A little soon, but I think we're good now. So anyway, happy Sunday.
Can you hear us?
That's important. Can you hear us?
I don't know.
He has his.
Anyway, happy Sunday.
Yep.
We have audio.
We're just trying not to fuck this up the same way. Something else will happen that's not good, but as long as it's not the same thing twice in a row, we're winning.
Yeah, we feel like we're making progress, of course.
All right.
So
my whiskey's too far away.
Yeah, you got your whiskey.
There we go.
Oh, I gotta take a shot too. Right? All right. So it's Sunday, January 21st. There is
still cold out up here in the mountains.
That's really what I was gonna say. It's been really, really cold. It was 2 degrees when we woke up this morning.
Yeah, it was 4 degrees at sunrise, so quite brisk. Cheers, Manders. Missed you today.
We did. Miss seeing Manders.
We're gonna have to come see you.
So we got to see Mac. Cheers.
But yeah, it was warm. We had a heat wave today with a 38-degree high. So I don't know how warm it's going to be. I think it's supposed to get like dumb warm, like 50s, 60s.
Like in the 60s.
Yeah, crazy.
At the end of this week.
We need some rain to get all the salt off the road so I can wash my truck off.
And I can take out race cars. Because I don't drive my blue car. I definitely don't drive the race car, but I don't drive the blue car and the salty roads.
Yeah.
So they probably won't start right now. You did say you.
No, I was going to charge them up, and they were both at 12 volts, which didn't make any sense. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Are we live right now?
Irwin District only has a 2-hour delay.
Oh, Gio's got to go to school. Yeah, the road.
He doesn't have school Tuesday, though. Tuesday is a teacher work day. Exciting. But
that's probably good.
That's what's happening.
We have mama work day on Tuesday. Daddy work day.
Yeah, I have to go.
Yeah. So catching up.
Not much has happened. Cars are in the same place. They haven't moved. We have not put a shifter on. It's been too cold. We've been trying to keep the garage above freezing so our pipes don't freeze. Because we don't have central heating air out here. We have a fireplace.
And we have a bathroom.
It's been rolling.
You guys know
everything's good. I went to the bathroom before we started this video. So, yay for that.
Hopefully we won't be doing that on camera ever again.
And it's possible. We can't rule that out, but maybe not tonight. I don't, so what has happened between this week and last week?
So
first, go ahead. You go.
I was going to say the most biggest thing is that we had contact with Pikes Peak. And Pikes Peak officials, and it was not.
We're gonna talk about this.
Well, they reached out and said that our cart is not legal for exhibition class. Judges have determined it is not legal for exhibition class, and they recommended that we move to open wheel class, which is a competitive class, and to let them know as soon as possible. So they actually sent that email to me and Scott McMillian, who's co-owner of American X-Cart. And he immediately replied, move us to open wheel. So that is the newest development. We have no idea if we're in or not.
The top of that email was like, the field has not been chosen yet, but. So I think that's good.
It felt like they cared enough to say, hey, maybe move to this class. But you know, that could just be them being awesome, like they are.
We don't know how that's panning out.
Excuse me.
But so yeah, that happened, so that was cool.
Open wheel class. We are trying to compete in the open wheel class at the 102nd running of Pikes Peak International.
The big difference is exhibition, you can only win overall. In open wheel, you can win first, second, third, fourth, and open wheel, and then place overall as well. So it's a little more competitive.
The goal
Scott
is
and
still
Susan,
just make it to the top.
of course, Scott and Susan didn't want to go to Open Wheel because they just wanted to participate. And the last time they did this, they were told to be an exhibition, so they just did the same that they did last time. So we, again, we're just figuring it out. I'm glad they sent us that email and didn't just kick you out because you were in a class they didn't like.
Yeah.
So that is hopeful that they told you to change classes because they want you to run this year, but we don't know.
Yeah.
We will know before we live stream with you again.
Again,
I think Thursday's the day.
Thursday's the day. This coming Thursday, the 25th of January. This Thursday.
And again, we don't know. We don't know what's going on. I'll tell you that email gave her the zoomies, so I don't know what the hell's next live stream is either going to be like the highest high, or she's going to get on here and be just a sad lady. I don't really know which one we're going to get.
We'll find
if we don't go to Pikes Peak, we are still hill climbing the cart at our local hill climb series, so it ain't over.
Crazy.
But in the same aspect, Pikes Peak was not on the radar, and now it is, so it's going to be a little sad if it's not again. But there's nothing that we can do. Oh, there's yours. Buncombe County Schools is calling us. We got all kinds of shit going on.
Sorry. So inclement weather somewhere in the county, and
yeah, Irwin District. Joe Hardison asked if it was a different car. Yes, it is not the Mustang that's going to Pikes Peak. It is a cross cart made by American X Cart. You can Google them up. Their website doesn't have a huge amount of information yet, but everybody's working on that this year. But you can see what it is and what is. It's the polar opposite of this. It's a 900-pound Suzuki 4-cylinder motorcycle engine with a sequential rear-mounted engine. I think it's like 3 or 4 pounds per horse. It's like 911 GT3 horsepower to weight ratio. So it is not the Mustang.
It's something very, very different.
But yeah, 1-seater, open wheel.
It's really, really exciting. So, in the meantime, while we're waiting for the big news this coming Thursday from Pikes Peak, I get to do my first podcast.
First 2 podcasts.
So yeah, I mean,
and then another one.
2 podcasts scheduled.
Lots
this
of podcasts,
week, and somebody else has reached out about a third one. So we're working on scheduling that one. But the first one up will be tomorrow. It's called The Driving Experience. It's led by Kevin Pinnell, who is semi-local to me. He's out in Weaverville, North Carolina, which is about 30 minutes away. I think I know him from our BMW days.
Probably. We have probably crossed paths with this fellow.
I think I know him, but it's been, probably, I don't want to say how many years, but probably like 10 years. So that one is scheduled for tomorrow, and it will be posted. It's not a live streamed podcast. And then the second one is with the Ridge Journal, with somebody that is super local.
Yeah,
Josh
right down the street.
Right here in Black Mountain. And I believe that one is also not live streamed. I believe, but it will be.
We'll find out
and audio
on Wednesday
getting posted. So the one tomorrow is just going to be an audio podcast, and I'm absolutely going to share all the links. You guys will absolutely be able to find it if you're interested into listening to me.
Your ramblings.
Talking. I'm very, very nervous. I'm gonna be doing it all by myself, so I don't have Kyle for my trophy
Pee breaks.
I don't have this
pee breaks and sarcastic interludes.
This arm candy next to me. So,
the soapbox will stay here. I'll be at work actually. They're in the middle of the day.
Yeah, we're still.
So
yep.
Yeah, and we can't quit the 9 to 5.
I haven't let my job know that I'm not making it, but I'll tell them. They'll be okay with it. They're doing
it's race car stuff.
They're doing the SCCA convention right now, so they're heavy into that right now. Luckily, I'm just behind the scenes person, and I don't have to run one of those sessions and talk about our program. But I'm excited. Speaking of SCCA, it looks like I'll be picking up another position within SCCA. So I'm just part-time. I'm super small part-time. I am kind of like the assistants for the Tom Trials National program, but I really just take care of, emails, and I don't know. I'm not like I think I'm valuable, but I'm not like a key player. I'm not John Hunter. There's also some other ladies that are a lot more heavier behind the scenes.
The day-to-day grind people.
Yeah. So, I'm just part-time. So I'm actually picking up another part-time position in the registration, because Track Night in America is going to be moving to a new registration platform that the Tom Trials program is currently on, and I'm familiar with it. So I'm excited. I'll be, maybe buy another set of tires this year. So I'm excited.
We don't know what size. Might be a little bitty ones.
I'm excited about the opportunity. So 2 jobs for me.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Joe asked if we will see the cart at Racing for ALS events.
I want to really, really bad. It is probably going to be a question about if Racing for ALS feels comfortable with me running it on track with full-size vehicles. If I feel comfortable running it on track with full-size vehicles.
Yeah, it's little.
And also, I love my white car because I have a passenger seat. And that is one of the biggest things that I love about Racing for ALS. Obviously, I love that they're fundraising events, but I get to take people for rides. I don't get to do those in my competitive events. So I love taking people for rides, and that cart only has 1 seat. So I definitely want to bring it around. I think it's going to be very, very exciting for the Racing for ALS family. And if I can get the cart there and my car there, my white Mustang, I would love that. So that is my ultimate goal. And if I can only get one there, we'll have to really make a decision.
We'll figure that out.
I'm not sure yet.
Yep.
At this point, I don't know.
Scott and Susan have said a whole bunch. Strap you to the roll cage. Scott and Susan have said numerous times that they have 2 carts that they want to pull around in their trailer. So it might come to Racing for ALS just as a display and not as a driving event for the cart. We don't really know. We just have to see how we're very much along for the ride right now. We're supposed to be getting one, but they're so busy. I don't think they were planning on doing this either. They told us from the beginning, Scott and Susan, that they should have said that to us a month ago or 3 months ago, not at PRI. So we're figuring it out right now. We will know how much grinding we got to do come Thursday. So yeah, I don't know. I will just have to see. I would love to have all the cars at all the events, because we still don't know how fast the Mustang is. I don't know what's going to happen at the hill climbs or the track events, though. We're just going to figure it out.
I'm excited.
And Harrison, we do not know at all how they handle compared to a street car, because she hasn't driven one yet. But we'll let you know. I have heard from credible sources that have way more experience than us that they drive faster than you can think. So I don't know what that means. It might be a slow year for you in these carts. It might be super fast. We don't know. We'll figure it out. It's an amazing opportunity, and she's super cautious, so I'm not worried about it at all. And we'll just have to see how that pans out as the year progresses. But for sure know that when we find it out, we will let you know. And when we get a cart here, we'll do a whole walkthrough on all that. I want to have Scott and Susan involved with that and really show off what they're making, because it does look like a very nice product, fit and finish wise, compared to a lot of the home built ones. Because most of the carts we've seen on hill climbs are home built and not factory built. So there's a difference there.
It's a kind of a different. It's a very different, even though it's going by like a cross cart, it's a very different kind of build.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. So you got some podcasts. You got to find out if you're going to Pikes Peak, which we don't know. We'll just have to see.
Find out on Thursday.
You got another podcast with Brian Belensky.
Yeah. So inside the SCCA podcast, reached out with Brian, and we're working on setting up a date. So
figuring that out, yeah.
We're going to see if we can make a date. Those are live streamed with video on.
Yeah, I think those are live on YouTube.
So we'll see. You guys get to see me stumble through some questioning as well, because I'm sure it's going to happen. I just don't know when yet. So we're working on a date for that. But things are happening really fast, and it's just very, very excited. I think I say that every other sentence right now because it's just so
true. You don't know what to do. If you watch that Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights when he's holding his hands up and he doesn't know what to do, that is literally every time we get any kind of correspondence, she's like, Pikes Peak emailed. Or even PRI, we've had awesome emails from the people we talked to at PRI, from ProCharger and Anderson Composite, Shield Windshields, all these people, like, just this outpouring of support, and she does not know what to do with that. She's not used to it, and her processing speed's a little slow on that, and she doesn't know how to deal with it. And then when it finally catches up, it's zoomies. Up and down the house. She gets the zoomies. She can kick, like on Saturday Night Live. I don't know. We don't have to have, as long as good information keeps coming in, there's no need for a gym membership for Ryan Cheek to get in shape for Pikes Peak. He'll do it right here in the house. No problem.
It has been a very fun adventure over the last month and a half, and I can sincerely say this is probably the first January in a long time I'm not like super sad, which
and it's been cold and dark.
It has.
You're allergic to those things.
I have I have a lot of I'm very excited. I have a lot of things going on in the future. Honestly, before we even knew that there was an opportunity for us going to Pikes Peak, I ended the season with a car I loved. We got our best bud, Mac, Lawrence Shue, who just got his M4 engine into his E46 M3. We've got our other best bud, James Curry, who's gotten his car all sorted and ready to have a great year on track.
Yeah, we were ready to just wait for season start, really.
Yeah, he battled his car all last season. We battled our car. Mac had a pretty great season until right there at the end. He really struggled at time trials.
He had an oxygen sensor problem and decided to do a motor swap.
Yeah, he lost his bung. Right?
His bunghole popped right off.
Yeah, his bunghole popped right off.
And we couldn't. It was hard to get it to stick back on there.
It was, and anywho, 2023 was a wild ride for the whole IHCP, and so I'm still really just looking forward to the year we're going to have together. Mac's going to be learning a new car. James really gets to feel the full potential of his car. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be learning a new platform. So it's going to be really, really exciting.
Yeah, that was cool.
I can't think.
And then they were like, hey, you want to drive this little rocket ship? You're like, yeah.
I do.
Yeah, just know there was no application process for this. I mean, this was definitely just a thing that happened. She's super excited. You like to imagine your baby Jesus in a American cross cart? Is that what you're going to say?
That's not what I was going to say. I like to think that there's a lot of fate happening. I think that Susan and Scott are in new era for their company, and completely dedicated. And I'm, came along, and I don't know, it just,
they felt bad for you.
They did. They were like, this poor
girl, she needs a cart in her life.
We should probably let her, and
she really hasn't done that a whole lot. That's usual, but yeah, it hasn't been like that.
Silly. But no, I think that us all coming together is very fortuitous and fate in more ways than one. And I feel that we're all growing and leveling up together, and it's a wonderful feeling. And I'm very, very proud to have this opportunity. And like we say, even if we don't get to go to Pikes Peak this year, it's going to be on, we're going to try and
this show will go on, and we will figure it out. We got sponsor decks to ship out to everybody, regardless of what happens. We're trying to wait, because if we get to put also going to Pikes Peak down there, like just a little asterisk, we'll run Pikes Peak this year. It might help a little bit, but I don't know. And we just have to see how that pans out. I really feel either way, Pikes Peak or not, we will definitely be upgrading both of these vehicles. I'm a little excited to be able to do that without being on some fucking clenched deadline where I got to have Mac come up here or me and Cody do an all-nighter to do something, because you don't have to run either one of these, because the cart is an A-mod car in autocross, so you'll be autocrossing it too. So that means Hank gets to chill. And then if you're only hill climbing the cart, then Emma gets to chill. And if we're changing out body panels, wheels, tires, brakes, any kind of a setup, it's not got to have it done by this weekend. Yeah, because there's a bunch of stuff. We're not going to stop building this Mustang.
No.
Because, we still got to have it too. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Entry fees are not sponsored. Not yet, at least.
For even all of them,
Pikes Peak or anything. Yeah, no. We have not hit the ceiling yet to where we don't have to pay for things. So, I don't know where it is. I keep reaching, but I don't hit anything. This is still very grassroots. American X Cart is being very gracious in how much they're helping, but they can't foot the whole bill either. So we got to figure that out. When we get into Pikes Peak, that's when the ball gets rolling on trying to fund that event, trying to fund that weekend. We've rented a house already that we can unrent up until like May, I think.
I think so.
So that's the credit card owns it right now. Not a huge deal. I'm pretty sure we're going to go either way, because you want to go to Pikes Peak.
I want to go back.
So she'll be definitely a lot happier if she gets to compete. But if not, we'll definitely go and volunteer again. But as far as the entry fee goes, getting out there, flights, all that stuff, as of right now, none of that is covered. That's all out of our pocket. And when we get to the point that we can say we're going to Pikes Peak, then we have to decide who to reach out to sponsorship-wise, help-wise, or whatever to figure out how to pay for that. And it's really hard to jump the gun on that. I've heard of people jumping the gun on those sponsorships before and then not getting to go to Pikes Peak, and the money already transpiring across the channels there, and then that sponsor obviously wants that money or parts or whatever back because you didn't do what you said you were going to do. So we did not want to send out any kind of application for sponsorship, sponsor deck or anything until we know we're going. So we got 4 more days and then we'll figure it out. And unfortunately,
I want to know.
Yeah, it's rough and we talk about it every day.
We talk about
and
racing
we talk
every
about
day,
sponsorships every day. We do talk about racing
We
every
talk
day.
that it's our
And
whole life.
it's just a matter of figuring out how you're going to do what you're going to do, but you don't want to oversell yourself before you know that you're actually doing something.
Right.
You know, if we're just doing Appalachian Hill Climb Series this year, like we usually do, and our local track events and stuff, that's obviously not a huge thing. But Pikes Peak's expensive. You know, you got to be out there for 10 days.
At minimum.
You got to get everything out there. You got gas, flights, fuel, food, all that stuff. So it adds up. And,
Rent a car.
you know, I'm hoping that some sponsor, maybe an existing sponsor, but it's maybe a lot more money than an existing sponsor has given, or a new sponsor decides that they want to get behind you in American X-Kart and help. But if not, we will figure out a way to get there. Do not worry. If we are accepted, we are going.
Oh, we're going to figure it out.
Or bust. Like, it is fucking happening. Don't worry about it. It's happening. We might be there eating ramen noodles.
I was going to say I might be bringing 2
but
packs of ramen.
fucking, we're going.
So, we'll do it. And you know, the road to getting to Pikes Peak, if we get invited, is going to be such a great adventure.
Oh yeah,
and
we'll document all that.
We've really got some plans to put that all on video for you guys and everybody, and even for ourselves, our future selves. To
we'll need to watch it again. How the hell do we do that?
How did that happen? So I'm, you know, it's going to be really, really fun. And again, if it doesn't, then the road to Pikes Peak is just a little bit longer.
Yeah, we're going to try again next year. And we've already got that support from Scott and Susan with American X-Kart. If we don't go this year, we're going to shoot for next year. We're going to keep on trying. Yeah. So we'll just have to figure it out. If we don't go this year and we go next year, we'll be more prepared. But in the same aspect, ever since Gio was born and we saw your father's health diminish, we don't wait. It's not, if we can make it happen this year, we're going to go this year, even if it's uncomfortable. Yeah. Because you only live once. You don't know what's going to happen between this year and next year. And, you know, we got to do it.
Yeah. And no
regrets.
No regrets, I guess.
That's right. Even if you got to have spam, egg, and spam. As Harrison, he said spam and egg, but.
Spam.
And Chris, you can't drink bourbon and tequila in Colorado because it kills the shit out of you at the top of the mountain. We did that last year, and we were hungover for 2 days before we figured out that was slowly killing us.
Yeah.
And we just had to stop.
Stop drinking. Yeah, it
is rough. Do not go to Colorado really and party.
You. So we thought we were pretty professional, and
yeah, I'm not a grown ass man in Colorado. I have to have milk and sippy juice, lots of water and lots of aspirin.
Yeah,
really like stupid. It's like fucking inhalers. I don't know. It's absolutely crazy,
but we had no idea what to expect. We really didn't. No. And having gone 1 year and really, we
learned a lot. We didn't die.
We were at the summit an entire day and we survived. So we learned a lot this past year. So we are way better prepared than we would have been if we had never gone.
Yeah.
So that gives me a lot of confidence. It kind of lets me know how I need to prepare and what I need to do to be the best I can be in that kind of a competitive environment. But yeah.
Yes, Harrison, they do, including ours. The American X-Kart will have oxygen in it for her ascent.
Yes. While you're racing.
Yeah, she'll have oxygen in there, but the rest of the time is still pretty shit. When we were at the top of the mountain on day 4, James Clay was up top, and his company, Bimmerworld, sponsors the Insane Hill Climbs posse. They don't sponsor this car because it's not a BMW. They might this year with fire suppression because their sister company's Lifeline Fire Suppression Systems, and you need that in your car, whether you are hill climbing it or not. Right. But we're at the top of the mountain talking to him, and James Clay is like triathlete level. I don't know if he's actually in that level of shape, but he looks like he is. He's a big, tall dude, very, very not fat, opposite of us.
He's spelt.
And we said we were at the top of the mountain, and we're talking to him, just shooting the shit, because there's nobody else up there but the drivers and the workers. And he's like, yeah, I sat here for a month, and you just can't drink. Lots of aspirin, lots of water. And we're like, oh,
that's how you do it.
That's why I feel like I'm dying. So we did learn that. And that's hard for us, because when the IHCP is together, we were missing one, but us and Mac we're missing more than one, but Mac came with us. But we had other Appalachian Hill Climb Series people who like to have a good time, and we thought we were adults and could do that, and it was hard. So yeah, don't do that.
Lessons learned. And absolutely got the donuts at the summit.
We did.
They're the best donuts I've ever had at 14,000 feet.
Yes. That was good.
I like that answer.
That was good.
That was a great answer.
You got to do it when you're there. The gift shop up top is pretty cool. They have mittens if your hands are cold, I hear.
And coats and sweatshirts.
Yeah, so obviously, if you come to this event this year, whether we're there or not, if you are at the bottom of the hill, don't worry about it. Wear your summer stuff, because it's summertime. It's like 80 degrees at the bottom of the hill. But
if you're at the top,
if you go up to ski area, Devil's Playground, or you can just go to the top to hang out. If you go up to the top and hang out, park your car, get out for a minute, be fully prepared to get in a building or back in your car, because it's fucking cold.
That's so cold.
The temperature drops like 40 degrees between the base and the summit, and there's wind at the summit. It is bitching. So yeah, definitely when you're like, I wonder how warm it's going to be in Colorado Springs, and you look that up and you go, oh, it's 85 degrees. Not at Pikes Peak. So bring a damn jacket, wear pants. Just be prepared for it to be cold at the top of the hill. And there's a building up at the top that you can get in to warm up that has heat and bathrooms and all that. And they bring the water off all the time. There's no flowing water, but there's toilets up there. It's very fancy.
It's very nice.
But if you're at Devil's Playground for the day, like if you buy your ticket to come watch Ryan Cheek, I just don't want you to have a bad time. If you buy your ticket to come watch Ryan Cheek run Pikes Peak, you'll probably want to be at Devil's Playground, because you can see so much. You got to have a car pass to get up there. You pay for all that. Only porta potties. It's so windy, the porta potties are ratchet strapped to the earth on big concrete pillars. That's your bathroom. There's no food truck up there. It's windy as shit. Just be prepared. You'll want sunscreen on to protect yourself from the wind burn. Cover your whole face up. Think like Antarctican or Alaskan hike. That's the clothes you want.
Unless you're already from Canada, so then
yeah, if you're Canadian,
I don't know,
or like Icelandic, like a Viking fucking person, and you're super tough, fine. Like just go and be in your skivvies, wear some shorts. I can't do it.
It's cold.
It was cold as fuck.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, it's 4 degrees here and it's cold. Yeah, it's not. Maybe them Ellsworth boys. I'm sure it was negative something this weekend up there.
Ellsworth were.
But yeah, don't fuck around.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be a spectator and be able to drive a car up that hill, bring a lot of clothes, packable clothes that you can bring on your flight, or be prepared to buy them there, because that's what you're gonna do.
There's Walmart. So.
Yeah, you can get something. You'll put anything on a trash bag. It won't matter. But yeah, it's cold.
So yep. Just wait until Thursday. Counting down the hours. Minutes. Seconds.
Yeah, she's going nuts. But yeah, that's about it for excitement. We did find out that our super cool speakers won't pair together, so we are back to one speaker. I think it'll still be super good.
Yeah, so if you joined us last week, we had the
that was a shit show. It did not work when we got off the camera.
Which is like a cube-looking speaker, and it comes with 2 microphones, and it's amazing, and I love it. And I'm dreaming about my microphone right now. like talking into a microphone.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did find out after that we could not get all the microphones to pair between both speakers, so we would have 2 speakers and 4 microphones, and so we ended up taking one of them back to Walmart. But shout out to Walmart for having a great return policy. But I was bummed. So
we got it. What else you got?
That's all I got.
One more super cool thing is that we had a lot of locals and a lot of friends down at the Roar before the 24 at Daytona. We won't be able to have we won't do our usual Sunday live stream. The race will be over by now.
Next week.
So this weekend,
a week from now.
First of all, those Mustang GT3s did pretty good. Luca won both days.
Sing.
No, I don't sing. Not in front of nobody. Maybe. We'll see. You bring me some nice tequila, Matt, and we'll talk about it.
You don't drink tequila.
That was a trick.
Oh.
Damn it. It's whiskey. You know that, though. Sam will know Thursday. I think they're supposed to stop talking and start. I don't know if they email everybody Thursday about who's in and who's out, or if they post a roster up like high school sports. I don't know. We'll see. Thursday's supposed to be the last day. But so the Daytona 24 starts at 1:30 p.m. next Saturday. Here's what we know. Sheena Monk, Catherine Legg, Tatiana, I want to say Weiss, but I don't know if that's her name.
Weiss.
Tatiana somebody. What's the guy?
Oh, the guy's name? Third
Steven?
crew? Yeah, Steven
McClear.
Yeah.
So they qualified 3rd today. So they're starting 3rd next week. Tatiana Weiss is a shooter. That's how I know who that person is. Their 3rd female's name is Tatiana. I don't remember her last name, and I apologize for that. But Catherine Legg went out there and threw a whopper lap down and got 3rd. So she will be, I don't know who's starting the field, but she qualified for 3rd. Next weekend, Tom O'Gorman and the Rockwells are running in the Michelin Pilot Sport TCR Challenge.
I thought you said it was now called something else. Is it still Michelin?
I thought you said it was the Michelin. I thought it was the BMW M Challenge this year.
I haven't looked into it too hard.
I think it's the BMW M. You're in hill climb mode.
I am. There's
that's happening. So next weekend, and behind the scenes, even cooler, I feel. Everybody loves those 9 Live wings, and everybody's got one. We have one. It's in development for this vehicle. But we do have a 9 Lives racing wing. Mm-hmm. Johnny Chikowski is going to be down there again. I would assume he was down there this weekend helping with testing with 3 or 4 of the cars, but a lot of cars down there have 9 Lives wings. So he was down there for support for that, which is awesome. Totally grassroots guy up here right outside of Atlanta, Georgia. And it's just neat to see people down there running and racing. That is a totally different level than anything we're talking about right now. But yeah, super awesome. So good luck to all those people. I hope you all win, but I know you all can't because some of you are against each other. I love seeing them Mustangs out there. Love seeing the new G80 GT4s out there.
Yeah.
And GT3s, sorry, not GT4s. And, we'll just have to see how it all pans out. It's a really interesting field. I wish that there were more American cars in there, but I think that the dark horse version of the GT3 car is going to hold up pretty good.
I'm very excited because I'm pretty sure the Ford Performance is going to be bringing a new GT3 or GT4 up to Pikes Peak. So
we'll get to see that. I'm
very excited. Whether I'm in. I say that all the time. I got to find a new thing.
Which one? Excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm so excited.
But I really am. That's all I think. So I got to come up with some more. I'm going to have to get my thesaurus.
And right, Harrison and Sam, the new C8R. There's a lot of America coming in with the Mustang and the Vet and I hope that they kick ass.
I mean, I don't know. I have.
We just have to see. We have to see what pans out.
Racing.
Yeah.
From all the platforms. So it's very.
Yeah. So watch that next weekend. Peacock is pretty cheap. You can get Peacock and watch the whole thing. The commercials kind of suck, but that's why Peacock's pretty cheap. So I don't think you get to watch it without the commercials anywhere. So yeah, I would. I'd do a free trial starting Thursday, so you get to watch it Friday, and you cancel it if you want. But yeah, you get to watch all the IMSA stuff on Peacock, so it's good. Yeah. But I think that's it.
That's it.
I don't think we have anything else cool to talk about.
It's cold out here.
Next Sunday will be hopefully a lot more exciting than this.
I hope next Sunday. Well, of course, if we find out on Thursday that we are in, you will know. There will be a post.
We're gonna make a post.
There's gonna be a lot of posts, but the live stream on Sunday could be really exciting. And if it's not, and I go into hiding for a good week or two, don't blame me. Just understand. My heart is broken and I am healed.
Yep.
And that is fine. It's just the way it is. That's what makes it even more desirable, because if you don't get it, you're pretty devastated. So we'll find out Thursday at some point this coming Thursday. I got my 2 podcasts coming up. I'll definitely post about them, post links so you guys can find them. And wish me luck, because these are going to be my first podcast ever. Yeah,
keep your fingers crossed for that. Keep your fingers crossed for acceptance into Pikes Peak, 102nd running.
Absolutely.
And keep your fingers crossed that she uses proper protection when she's zooming around the house. I'll put her helmet on her. Can't have her knocking herself out because she's so excited about going on track.
Sure. That makes sense. All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much for
watching.
Bye. Have a great week. Bye.